Hey there, thanks for clicking in. This is Amy McRotty, your premier real estateologist. So today I'm going to take you on a water level tour of Gill Isles in Fort Lauderdale. So we're on the North Fork of the New River coming out of downtown, turning the bend here on the river. Remember, this is a natural river in Fort Lauderdale, just gorgeous. So as you can see, all of these properties are deep water, ocean access, no fixed bridges to get out to the ocean. In a previous video, I did the Riverside Park neighborhood. On the other side, I did the Sailboat Bend neighborhood. And now I'm going to take you to Gill Isles. Gill Isles is a fabulous neighborhood, a little hidden gem just west of downtown and just west of Riverside Park and Sailboat Bend. It's actually called Riverside Park now, but us old timers know it as Gill Isles because there was a guy, he was a builder and an architect. His last name was Gill. I can't remember his first name. And he developed Gill Isles. He had the Navy Corps of Engineers dredge out the canals in the 50s, and he built a lot of tri-level homes in Broward County and Fort Lauderdale, a lot of them on Gill Isles. So you'll see in the distance that swing bridge. Look at my other videos. I love that swing bridge. 1925 it was built. It's an operating swing bridge. And to get to Gill Isles, you have to go on the other side of that swing bridge. So let's go. Okay, so here we go. Past the swing bridge and into Gill Isles. While we're waiting, check out that swing bridge. It's pretty cool. This is that old 1925 swing bridge. It's pivoting open so that we can go through. We have a fabulous Mako open fishermen, so we don't have any issues getting through. But even if you had a sailboat with a big old mast on it, you can get through. It just has to swing open for us like it's doing. Isn't that beautiful? I could watch this like all day. I've always meant to come out here and do a painting. Here we go, through the channel. Lovely day in Fort Lauderdale as usual. Lots of sunny days. Right through, no matter how big the boat is, you get through. And on the other side, we're headed to Gill Isles. So we're on the North Fork of the New River. And to the left of us, over here is what's called Riverside Park. I have a video of a little bit more info on Riverside Park. And then to the right is Sailboat Bend. And now just beyond Riverside Park is Gill Isles. But now Gill Isles is being called Riverside Park. It's just as being a part of this area, which I'll show you later on the map. So as we've rounded the bend after the swing bridge, there's the Riverside Park. That's that new park that we toured in the Riverside Park video. I mean, it's just huge. Thank you, City of Fort Lauderdale, for acquiring that property and not letting it turn into little planned unit development homes. So we're gonna, once you're on the boat and you're past the swing bridge and you pass this park and we make this next turn, we're gonna be in Gill Isles. So Gill Isles is not only good for docking high boats, because you can get to the ocean without swing bridges, small boats, tiki bars, look at that, yay, a tiki bar, all kinds of watercraft. It's also just a relaxing residential neighborhood with a real boater lifestyle to it. Everybody's usually pretty chill. And we have people on paddle boards, kayakers. It's a nice, calm part of the river. So it's also perfect for paddle boarding and jet skiing and kayaking. Because you don't have a lot of the big boats coming by and leaving a big wake on you. So it's really a hidden little gem, as we like to say. So a lot of these Riverside Park neighborhoods, you'll see some of these properties still here are huge. This is the Riverside Park is the second oldest residential neighborhood established in Fort Lauderdale. Cooley Hammock is the oldest residential neighborhood. Then came Sailboat Bend, Riverside Park. Everything revolved around the river because that was the commerce. Hey! Oh, look at the corgi. Good doggy, hi! You good? All right, you always have to make sure. Here's the big houses going up Riverside. So this is new, this is new. I think they traded around the $3.2 million mark recently this year. This is a point lot. We're gonna go at this point on Riverside. This is 3 houses on the point, but we're gonna pass that for now. Go down here and look at some of the typical homes. Now, the most typical thing about Gill Isles is most of them have docks. There are very few dry lots in Gill Isles. Most of the homes have docks, and that's where you keep your boat in your backyard. So we have this beautiful home, nice sized lot. A lot of, on the point lots, they're usually trapezoidal shaped, irregular shaped lots. As we start going in to the canals, see the canal there, those are going to be rectangular lots. So they're going to run a rectangle, usually 75 feet of dockage and back about 100 feet for the house to be on. So we're taking the turn here. This is a huge lot right here. I think I looked this one up. It's about 15,000 square feet of lot. So there's a real renaissance going on in Gill Isles. Look at all that natural loveliness over there too. But there's a real renaissance going on because we're running out of deep waterfront property. These big boats need somewhere to live, and some of our dry storage facilities are coming down to make way for residential condo units and rentals. So getting spot on the deep water, anywhere deep water, the river, the intracoastal, is becoming a challenge. There's Sherry's house. This person here, they've been here for a very long time, and they actually work on boats. Here's a nice lot for sale. I'll have to look that up because I didn't see that coming out. Don't you love these working boats too? Fabulous. So a real renaissance here in Gill Isles. Because a lot of the people that live back here are sailors and people with boats, and they've been here for decades. Now that the population is booming in Fort Lauderdale, there's high demand for Gill Isles. So people are coming in. Oh, look at that. They're shooting a movie over there. Right over there, I see all the lights and all the trailers. They're shooting a movie. That house. Hey, guys. Here's a nice point lot. Okay, so this one just sold. This is kind of interesting, right? It's like an island. This one just sold for $3 million as it sits, but it's quite a bit of property. And it was 2 houses that sold. It was 7 bedrooms, 7 bath, $3 million. But when you look at it from the air, it's like an island. It's pretty cool. And the canal's nice and wide on this end of Gill Isles, you see behind me. Nice wide canal. So it looks like that one they just closed for $3 million a couple months ago. Looks like they're starting to do some work on it. Looks like a new roof, new impact windows and doors. All different architecture. We've got a 2-story here with a pretty high slope on the roof. Lots of dockage. We've got your more 2 stories, less modern, but you'll see some of the boxes with windows coming around. Yeah, so this is the end of one of the canals. There are a limited number of canals, and Gill had all these dredged out. This is actually part of the river, but some of the canals were dug out by the Army Corps of Engineers in the 50s. Look at that. I love this place. See that guy? You hear that guy? That's my friend Lee. She's driving me around. Hey, say hey. So we just took one of the canals on Gill Isles down to basically Broward Boulevard, or almost to I-95. So it shows you also the other thing that's amazing about Gill Isles. Not only can you live in a fabulous house on the water with your boat in your backyard, you're close to I-95, you're close to downtown Fort Lauderdale, and you're hidden away. Like, very few people know that Gill Isles is back here. You need someone like me to tell you, or you need to live here already. Even people that live here aren't familiar with Gill Isles. All that history with the tri-level homes and the Army Corps of Engineer dredging. And you can see just all the boats that are really using this part of the river. Now, if you look behind me, there is one little canal. So these canals now, they'll dead end. We're on the river now, and now Army Corps of Engineers dredge that, and there's a bunch of houses on there. So the houses in Gill Isles run between 800,000 in the 800s to 3 million. I think 3 million, so 3.2 is the highest priced house that I've seen, and those are trading at that price primarily because there's a lot of land. So those $3 million houses have almost a half an acre to them. They have a lovely orchid garden over there. Let's see what else. We did the prices running from the 8s to 3 million. We did how fabulous the weather is. Oh, let me remind you and beg you and implore you to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and leave me some comments. And if you're really interested in Gill Isles or any other part of South Florida and buying, or just interested in talking trivia, hit me up on the phone, the email, the WhatsApp, any way you want. Let you know I love talking about this stuff because I'm your real estateologist. Oh, there's our ladies that are sitting on their paddle boards. Let me get this paper out of my hand. Here's our film crew again. They're filming something in there with all the film trucks, and they got the popo here for rent. And we got our ladies on the paddle boards. This nice tranquil water. We got a boat up here with 4 engines. What do you think about boats like that with 4 engines? It's a blackfin with 4 400s on it. What? Hey guys, what you shooting? A good one? They don't know. They're the Teamsters. They don't know what the hell they're shooting. They're just bringing the stuff. And you. I know, that corgi. And you guys are good? Nice and safe? No current messing with you? All right. It is the thing, if you're going to come out on a paddleboard or kayak, Watch those tides, watch the wind. But the good thing is, if you don't watch the tides and you don't watch the wind, there's plenty of boats around that'll help you get to where you're going. If you're just too exhausted, the people on boats will help you. That's what we do. Here's something for sale here. Looks like it's a spec house, so they're probably going to knock something down and build you a spec home. I don't know the price on that one. Let me see, we've got, there's one street in Gill Isles that has dry lots on it. I think, yeah, it's just one street that has dry lots. What's a dry lot, you ask? Well, that's a piece of real estate that's not on the water. We call them dry lots. And then we have another canal that's dredged through. Now we're coming back to that point on the river at Gill Isles, headed back east, coming around this point. So this point actually has 3 houses on it. That one, this one, which I sold in 2022, I think, for about 1.53 million. That one, the rumor is that the folks that purchased that house are in the planning stages of tearing it down and rebuilding. Then you have this big one here on the other side, 6 or 8 car garage, crazy. Then we have the third house on the point. Well, look at that, it's my name on the sign. It's already pending. If you're interested in buying it, you missed this boat. But this one's got about an 11,000 square feet of property, and there's a typical tri-level Gill Isles house. That first level, the second has 2 bedrooms and 1 bath, and then the main level has the primary and the primary bath. And then right up here, these people bought a little house and tore it down. They bought it in 2021 for about 1.1 million. They tore it down a couple of months ago after they put this new seawall and pilings in. So that's going to be a gorgeous one. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll come and look at it when it's done. And then we get to this fabulous little quiet canal. I'm just going to give you a minute. Isn't that beautiful? See what I mean by hidden gem? Who would even know this is back here? We know. So we're turning around now, and I have the best captain in the world because she is turning around in this skinny little canal with this long boat. I'll find out how much it is. But anyway, look at there. We got Iggy the iguana. Nice and green. Boy, they're fast. Watch out for their tails. Is that a dog bark or a bird? It's a dog. It's an old sea dog. You like that one? So look at this quaint little canal. Pretty interesting. I mean, look at this house. They even have like an old cannon in the yard. Really? Pretty cool. So thank you for joining us on our tour of Gill Isles. It's just a sweet little spot just out of downtown. Perfect for people that want to live on the water, have activities on the water, and be near highways and downtown. If you want to know about any other secret little neighborhoods in Fort Lauderdale, hit me up in the comments or hit me up by WhatsApp, email, or text, and I'll find some more little hidden gems. I know a few more. So keep watching my channel, subscribe to my channel so that I can tour you through these fabulous little pieces of Fort Lauderdale. Goodbye, doggy. So we just came out of one of the little quaint canals. That's a really small one. The other canals in Gill Isles are not that small. This one's pretty small, but it's really cool. And now we're coming back out to that point, back out to the river. past that tear down they're getting ready to build, past this. Oh, I forgot to show you the biggie. Look at that big, beautiful house. So back out to the point, and right there is the river. So we are now coming out of one of the canals in Gill Isles and joining up with the new river on our way to the Atlantic Ocean. But first, a few stops in downtown Fort Lauderdale. Thanks again for joining me, and I wish you a fantastic week. If you're thinking about buying on the water in Fort Lauderdale, don't overlook Gill Isles. The prices are great. The access is fabulous on so many levels. And just let's go look at it. If you're thinking about selling and you're in Gill Isles, as long as your house is nice and clean, well maintained, or just plain priced right, it's a high demand area because there is not very many places left to put your boat. Because there are not that many places left to keep your boat in your backyard, or at any marina for that matter. So if you're a boater and you're interested in buying in Fort Lauderdale, you want your boat in your backyard, you don't want to have to pay for storage or find storage, Gill Isles is one of the neighborhoods that just might be right for you. So thanks again. Much love from your premier real estateologist, Amy McGrady. Out.